GCU looking as a team member? What are they looking to do here to bring these rounds back?
As we look throughout the rounds, it seems like the time GCU has been getting tripped up on the B site, or just ASU in general having that stack towards the site they want to go towards. You know, a lot of the time, or the rounds that they lose, you know, for example, on that B site, they'll have costs there. They'll, the Gecko, I don't remember who is playing
That's
that
Drios.
Gecko. Drios, right. It's going to be Drios, Jello, and Koss. Just already on the site, ready to take in that aggression. And, you know, as they are able to find the picks as GCU comes out, and, you know, GCU has to flash through the smokes, they have to go through ability, that it makes it just almost impossible for them to comfortably get out onto the site and execute. It's
almost what we've seen from GCC, not GCU, but GCC, how they like to just kind of back up at the site. ASU decides to do the complete opposite, right? They are holding that site as much as they can, not letting GCU take the space that they so desperately desire. To get a nice top flash onto site, and that is going to be another player lead to ASU.
Oh, but Bolt is going to pick up trade, and now a little bit more manageable as Nate queuing up that smoke, and the Yoru will even to come through, but no, fast rotate towards A, that Yoru used towards A. And even one player noted towards Hookah's. Dino is going to be able to find a little bit of value, even finding the kill into Brisk. In short, now all of a sudden GCU was quite the advantage. The smoke to come through, wow, but the trade for Volt. The Viper's pit still up, the bomb planted in the pit as the 2v2 comes in. Volt slowly wrapping towards Hookah, is going to take that fight and find the damage. And GCU happy to not contend for that Viper's pit, as another Molly in the arsenal for Envies is going to be able to get that bomb plant defuse to not happen, as the Molly smoke combo from Viper is too strong, and 1 HP will not do. It's the fourth for Grand Canyon comes through, and
you know, and they even were able to win that with a player down from the very get-go. I mean, first 3 seconds balls, and they're able to even clear the spot without their duelist, and that is definitely thanks to the fact that they had such an aggressive hold on the B side. They were pushed up so far, and then just immediately rotate. A is just free side.
Yeah, and I have to give props to GCU on that one. You know, having the read where when ASU, they're taking the space over towards B and playing aggressive, they're going to be able to know that A side. But as I say that, GCU, they want to get aggressive yet again, going fast towards Hookah, trying to break the crosshair, but Brisk is going to find 2, finally gets traded out by Dino, and the man advantage. Now that Gecko, though, looking for some sort of value. Players from ASU going to be hitting that TP, coming in through Bath, and Envy is on this very, very late lurk. And Gecko Buddy start that diffuse, maybe even to get half. His Volt does fall, and yeah, it's going to be at the full diffuse, actually.
It yesterday, and I think it's going to be the exact same thing today. Wingman MVP, all day, every day.
Yeah, and I mean, when you're playing Wingman or a map like Bind, it's going to be difficult for GC to, you know, think about having the Wingman on the bomb, not normally an agent that you would pick on Bind, that Gecko. So, when starting to diffuse, or just having the Wingman as a tool to get that diffuse, you can't really, you know, think too hard about how, or like, oh, they tap, they're going to be off. Oh, they're just going to take the fight like normal Bind things. They're just going to have to hope that they're right this time.
That diffuse as long as he can until he gets shot. That's kind of one of the perks of it. Is Cass takes out Sype as the double satchel, but GCU is going to take this space and they free plant onto the A site. But Nader has to watch out for Kaz here. Has a Stinger in hand. Could potentially win this fight. Is able to find Kaz with dying, but not before Kaz finds Envies, and then Trio able to trade on a smoke. Bolt not able to find the headshot onto
Jello of all people.
Onto Jello, yeah.
The accident, sure. Why not?
Average spray.
7 now, and ASU looking to try and steal one away from GCU here in the first. This half has looked pretty impressive from them. A lot of good plays, a lot of nice early strats, a lot of aggressive plays that we have seen in Brisk, Kawhi, and Koss. Going to be the highlight of that team. All three at 10 kills and having a lot of impact on the agents they are running. And it looks like that Viper's Pit activated. It's going to be towards A. And it's going to be rough for GCU as they initially wanted to try and hit towards this. And in the blink of an eye, that idea is shut down, not ready to be executed upon. It all slows down just a little bit, trying to make some presence towards B. Take a little bit of space back to Bath. And the contact does get made by Volt. No rotate to come in. This already towards B, but ASU getting proactive yet again, taking some space towards long. And they know that it's not going to be towards B anymore. That dog is also going to confirm it sees players. Oh man, and this get a little crazy. I thought ASU was going to be try and take some around, and it's not going to be the case. Volt is going to find Cass. I don't even know where he found that kill. As GCU bull rushes onto the site, and they are going to take back site.
Line comes up, and Envy's gets hit by it. Is not there. Just was able to find Dino 2 as the hit comes through. Is finding it. Brisk finds Volt in U-Haul. Envy's still sitting on tower. Still has the availability. Cypher's right here in this. Finds one, finds two. The O is popped. Oh, does not quite find the third, but still has plenty of util to continue to deny this defuse. Grand Canyon up lane has Brim. Oh, finds Rios. Kawhi gets the trade, and Kawhi HP. Nader is to use the potential ult here, but as Kawhi leaves the side, it is looking like they're just going to save rather than get this defuse off.
Yeah, and I mean, saving in the last round, but at least
did not see the shoulder of Kawhi, and all GCU players are gonna fall. GCU out for being a KD player.
It is funny though. It is the end of the half, and instead of going to the defuse, he just goes for the kill. Yeah. The only problem though, or no, I say a problem, but the only thing, it's like he knows that, or Kawhi knows that there's a Brim ultimate, and he's 1 HP. The second that he taps that ball, that Brim ultimate is coming down from the sky.
Yeah.
And he's getting swung, and he's 1 HP, and die. It's just how it's going to be. So, you know, actually just an unwinnable round, considering the time that was left to defuse, as well as the utility that was available for GCU.
Yeah. But now we're going to see GCU get on the defensive side. ASU now being forced to push into the GCU players go into the second half of the first map on Bind.
Yeah, and it looks like ASU, the same sort of idea in this first round as GCU did, trying to get aggressive towards Bath. That smoke from Nader is going to deny that space. Second finally falls. And that area that finally opened up to ASU.
A blind out from Volt does discover a drill onto that fountain area B, but these players finally rotating. It may have caught, but they are now. There are potential players on B side. Another blind comes out, finds these players. Volt, maybe 3 on that jump peak, and now the hit coming out on this B side. And Envy's is in Hookah ready.
Yeah, Dino as well.
Find one. Envy's able to find the kill though. Envy's now 1 HP in Hookah and not able to find the second as the jump right click comes through. Kaz finds one onto Dino. And now it's a 2v4 to the side of Arizona.
Yeah, and ASU just taking full advantage. Oh my gosh, the very onto Nader, the back pedal can make that ghost so destructive. And now HP, 8 bullets in his classic. He's going to have to make a miracle run to try and secure this round. But he's not going to finish ready for that tap. And up goes the flash. Here comes the swing. And the second pistol rather, taken for ASU in the map. And that's going to be
good so far, you know.
Yeah. Momentum towards ASU right now as well.
Yeah, they definitely have to be careful here. Obviously, Grand Canyon on the defensive may have a little bit of a offline here as these push into these corners, but it is still your down guns, a Vandal and a Phantom to the side of ASU already in the second round. It is going to be very difficult for GCU to be able to contest these more open sites, especially on this side.
Yeah, GCU trying to get a bit on the offensive here as Sipe up through mid and a couple of players up through Hookwell. The double swing comes through, but not going to be able to escape costs as he takes the swing, finds the kill. ASU on the assault to try and find some more of these players, and the double push up through A short might bear some fruit as Nate, oh, the timing just doesn't work out, but he doesn't accept Sipe as well. Sipe, though, to get traded, and Jello will be the winner of that encounter. Now a 4v2 in this Eco GCU. That harbor wall is not going to let anything go by as the bomb planted. A lot of out for these two GCU players. The nice dink, 1 HP, not going to get that kill. Envy's finding a kill of his own and going to let Jello survive as 2 fall for ASU. In a similar situation from the beginning of this map. The pistol round falling to ASU. Grand Canyon picking up this, or not picking up the second, getting the 2 kills. And now the full rifle round for GCU.
Yeah, and if this does end up being anything like this first half, you know, ASU able to get 6 rounds, 7 rounds, that could be the game ender for this. GCU potentially looking for a round win here that can give them the momentum they need. The hit comes through from ASU. They are into this U-Haul section. Dino is there to contest. Gonna back just a little in heaven, helping. Dino finds one onto Jello, finds the headshot onto Brisk, finds the right click, gonna body shot, and then actually picks up the gun and finds Kawhi as well.
Oh, gets 3 for his troubles.
The
bomb even not planted.
And the double blind comes through, but he's blinded himself. Trios finds Dino, Cass finds Nader, and now
Scout destroyed.
Nobody can cuss from that dog, but they do know where both of these players are at. And the spike's still not planted. Sipe finds one onto Trios, and Bolt finds the last onto Cass.
Oh my gosh, what a hero play there from Dino. I mean, just had to make sure that he confirmed his kill. Okay, that's all he had to do.
I don't know if that's a hero play or a villain play, though. I gotta be honest.
No,
with
it's
you.
a villain play. It's a villain. You're not wrong. It's a villain play. 100% a villain play.
Absolutely dominating that round with 3 kills, just guaranteeing GCU now as it comes through. ASU has the full buy with a few light shields. Grand Canyon using a judge and a guard could potentially see another round win from GCU in round number 16.
Yeah, and that Harbor Cascade is trying to take as much space as they possibly can.
But getting countered with the Brim Smoke.
That's true.
That completely denies them that space that they wanted so toughly.
Yeah, and they actually fast rotate over towards A. The idea just trying to make sure that a little bit more presence made over towards B, as ASU just does not believe the stack is going to be coming through. As 4 players walking up B long. Pounce onto Envy's and Volt here. Little do they know. Oh, that jiggle might give up a little bit of info, and the fast teleport comes through. Now the stack is here.
They had to be careful. ASU still has the opportunity to rotate out with Cass on that other site.
Oh.
Sipe does find Cass though, and now it might just be a fast push onto this B side as they do not have any control of A. It is going to be a fast push. Jello gets in the corner but is blinded, and now the vulnerable comes through. Jello is able to find Sipe in 27 HP from Molly's. They are not going to find Envy's. Brisk is able to find Volt on the plant. The wingman gets taken down with 10 seconds left. They are going to have to use. Drios finds Dino. Envy's able to find Drios on the trade. Kawhi getting taken off of the spike. And Nader able to find with not only that Molly, but also their weapon. And we are back in business.
Yeah, and the first kind of high impact round that we've seen coming in. You know, I like the way that GCU had played that game, or that round. Having a bit of a stack towards A, realizing the amount of players that were towards B, and just having Sipe and Nate together, pushing up A short rather, finding that lurk, making sure the rotate comes in fast as a hit comes through. Some nice utility overall from GCU to make it so that Arizona State can never comfortably feel comfortable on this site. Trying to plant that on the wing goes down the mollies as well. He's now the round number 17, and ASU not going to be sugarcoating it this time. Definitely just want to try and take towards A some Bucky play. A little bit of toxicity to maybe come through, a spam shot even to be hit.
Jello stuck in U-Haul right now. A Bucky literally stuck between a rock and a hard place. In this U-Haul section, players kind of stack on this A site, as they know that there is at least a couple players here.
And this dog is going to find a little bit of info, but ASU making quite a smart play, instilling a little bit of doubt in GCU as to where they might be. 4 players walking up Bath, and this hit is going to come very, very quickly. As Nate is going to be the first to fall, as well as Koss finding a kill. Sipe going to find one even through death. 3
it's like martyrdom. It's like the COD perk, martyrdom. You die, but the nade drops and it's all over. But I mean, ASU has on this site now 4 players. They've got weapon able to find Brisk on that triple box.
And that's going to be the only Vandal that ASU has as well. Unrecoverable, and now just a Bucky and U-Haul, as well as a Share. It's the only things left, and Envy's to pick up yet another. Dino with the 3rd.
That could have been terrible if Jello's able to find just a tiny headshot on one player, because then that Ray's ult gets popped and you're all clumped up right there. It could have gone either way in that round, but GCU are able to pick up those final 2 kills and send it to a potential tie game. But ASU not wanting that to happen just yet.
Yeah, and that timeout is finally going to come through. And you know, when we were looking through this game, it looked like ASU was going to try and run away with it, even when they get that pistol at the very end. You know, they took a couple of rounds on that defensive side, and you know, just kind of making the rounds that they won very, just showing like kind of dominance throughout those rounds. And you know, while the momentum seemed to be shifting, they take the pistol. And then now GCU finally finding a couple rounds, finding their footing, and some nice utility and retakes just overall are going to give them a couple of rounds here. And it looks like this is going to be a close map 1.
It definitely is, but I mean, like you had talked about going into the second half, after the first 2 rounds, it's very similar to what happened in round 1. GCU picking up the 3rd and 4th round. They're looking to find the 5th here, but now ASU may find their footing to come back here after this timeout, stopping the GCU momentum and looking to maybe finish this game out in the next rounds.
Yeah, and even to make that matter come to fruition, gonna have that Yoru Raise and Viper ult in the hands of Grand Canyon. ASU with the Sky Raise ult, and that is gonna be the same for ASU ult. But it's going to be a lot of ultimate to try and push out here. Nader not going to be found at all. Viper Pit has to be given up. And the A site lost as well as Yuto being thrown. That Molly might get the kill, but no, Drio's actually to find two. Brisk with another. And Sipe does pop that ultimate, but oh my goodness. What a headshot from Drio. Got to make that Raze ult look a little bit like a Sabrosa ult. As it gets no impact, no value whatsoever. And ASU just kind of runs away with it, using up only one, or actually using two of their ults.
I don't even think it hit.
It hit for like 70, 80 damage.
Average Razel, I see.
Yeah, it's not wrong. A little unfortunate.
Yeah, this is tough because they're looking towards this B side, which means they're wanting to take this B side, so Viper ult down early. But the blinds come through. Volt's the only one to find a kill. The trades come through though. Dino is able to find the headshot on the Dino. GCU still up a player, and now they're just going to play their man advantage as they 2-2 split side.
Now it's just a little bit more of that eerie silence before pairing up, butting up, making sure that no players die for free. It's now both teams making their way onto these sites, trying to find any way they can to find the win. ASU trying to take up that walk all the way towards A. And this could get kind of dicey if ASU does get this bomb plant down. A Gecko ult as well as a Viper ult to be had on the site. It kind of comes down to, yeah, there comes that Viper ult. Even the Gecko ults as well. Oh, no detainees though.
30 seconds left.
Kawhi, nice flash to get out backside and possibly even have, oh my goodness, but Nader finds the kill and doesn't get the kill onto the bomb planter. Is going to be that wingman, but even so, this retake is going to be oh so difficult. Is this Viper just going to be cocooned here into Bath? They're gonna, and GCU, I mean, has to find a way to go through, but now just gonna rush it down. But Cost finds the first, but not the second. Envies to get the diff. And that's gonna be round number 9 in a way that I didn't think was gonna be round number 9, I can't lie. It looked like everything was going right for ASU, but the spam kills come through for GCU in the round as well.
It definitely looked like Arizona State, even being down a man, had the potential. Because, you know, even though they're down a player, they still have wingman to plan for them. So in that containment, they don't have to worry about fighting in a 4v3, fighting in a 3v2.
Yeah.
And GCU just able to push into that Viper pit, find the picks through the pit itself, and are able to come out with the 9th round. And this is looking like GCU is definitely wanting to end this round in a winning fashion.
Yeah, it's going to alert that there is some presence outside of Hookah. And the dog is well committed. So now GCU just trying to find some value, some info overall, and ASU happy to give some over. That dog and Cascade. It's going to allow GCU to know there are at least 3. The Gecko even getting seen. It's the stack as well. Onto the B side, and now ASU doesn't really care about hiding their presence whatsoever. They just want to see what kind of space they can take for free. The orb pickup as well. Not going to find any ultimates from it.
Very dangerous for Dino and Volt. They are sitting in that collateral position in the top down. Could be terrible if they get found out, but as the wall comes down, it is looking like a double flash could come through to try and contest this push. The blind comes out, Envies finds 2, the trades come through though, and Drios is able to find 2 as well.
Oh,
Nader.
But the nice shot from Nader. 2v2 now. And it's going to be Sipe just going out, but Kawhi finds both players. And that's going to be the round. 11-9. Kawhi up top on that leaderboard, 19-10. finding oh so much value from his rifle as well as his util.
And Arizona up on a bye right now, looking to put this into round 12. But GCU, they are going to try and force up here to try and contest as much as they can. A very dangerous practice as you go into a potential point, as if you lose this round, you are then on a going into a match point. Play very cautious here, play together, and make sure that they're getting those trades out of ASU.
Oh yeah, monster on
Yeah, and I like the approach for GCU this time around. Might even up costs. Rotate, yeah, knife out, and that's going to be a free kill and the rifle pickup for Volt. It's a wingman plant for CT. And this map has just been flipped around. Looks like ASU has the setup. And yeah, it's basically just as if GCU is taking the attack and trying to execute their own. Nader is going to find one. It's Brisk though, and the running gun comes through for Dino. Now a 1v2 for
they hear him running and they are going
ASU, yeah.
Ray. Not quite aiming in the right spot, and Dino might just get the 3.
Yeah, Nader with the hero help. 3 on the round, able to hold his teammate as the defuse comes through. And ASU, I mean, if they could, it's just incredible actually how the map just kind of flipped on its head the way it did. And GCU just decided, oh, no, we're just cute like we would for any other attack round.
And you know, they got it considering how they were playing the first half. You know, they were down 4 rounds at half, so definitely found their 6th attack, or their 4th attack around.
Yes.
In that round right there, and that is exactly what they needed to, because you know, like I mentioned before, if they lose that round, their economy is matters. They're able to find that, and it puts them back tied.
Oh, the spam coming in from Koss. And actually, I thought was gonna find a timing, but actually makes a couple more steps. Now just has to back off, respect the space taken, but Nate caught here. The small weak does come through the vibe. Oh my goodness, Jello finally gets traded, but a 2v4. Oh wait, but this big kill for Volt could mean everything. That's the bomb, but no, Brisk takes it away.
Oh, sorry. And GCU not looking too happy right now. 3 players on the round as ASU then now take over to the B side, and they have got to be careful here. Envy's is a 1-tap to these weapons. Has to play very carefully.
Yeah. A hero to be had, maybe to pick up a random kill here or there, but no, the wall bang headshot will not allow for a kill to come through the spam, through the harbor wall as well. And that's going to be the 12th. And now on map point, you in map 1 as the timeout comes through. And I mean, it's just going to be GC trying to find a couple of answers as to what they can get going for these last couple rounds.
You know, and they definitely have been stopping ASU's momentum.
kind of speculate overall when they played against. And I mean, when they played in that match, it seemed pretty dominant the entire way. The score line 13-3, 13-3. And I have to imagine GCU looking at that series going into the next one, you know, it doesn't really add up like how playing against or take this first map. You know, they can't really find that dominant performance overall. And you know, having that success and then going into the next map or next series and not finding quite the same can as well.
It definitely can. And while GCU is going into this, they just have to be careful, right? They can't. It's a lot of times what I think they like to do is they like to think of the second map. It's 0-0, right?
Right.
Even if you may be down a map, this is a new game. Both are now war with a map, and we and then they have to figure out, okay, this is a completely new map. It's a completely new team comp.
Right.
This bind matter. We're now on Ascent. We need to play. Sorry.
All good.
Wait, it was not 3 Ascent? Because that might be what.
No, it's Sunset.
Ah, you did.
Which
you remembered
that?
See,
Sunset.
I had to jog your memory right there.
What do you mean jog my memory?
You said you forgot it earlier, so
I don't know what you're talking about. I know map 3. I know map. You're keeping it a secret for suspense.
But it's not a secret anymore, and it sounds
That's
like we're actually going to this second match on Icebox, and we are looking at a great game coming in here and Dino actually locking in the Reyna.
Yeah, it's been around right about now for Icebox. It's between Jet and Reyna, and you know, I said it before how I feel about Reyna, but when you have a player like Dino who, you know, hits a lot of his shots, is to find so much impact on this character, kind of makes it slightly viable. Obviously not as if it's like something from PRX or
I mean, he's got the banner. He could.
That's true.
He might be that.
He is that guy.
He is that guy.
I'd say he is that guy.
Not even maybe. Eli, he is that guy.
He is that guy.
So why is he Dino 2? Why isn't he Dino 1?
No, because you know, if Demon 1 was taken and, you know, he didn't want to be like, oh, they're just copying Demon 1. So he did Dino 2.
Dino 2.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. He's not the first Dino. He's the second Dino.
Yeah. But he's the better Dino.
That's what I'm saying.
He's the GOAT.
I'm feeling pretty dinoed. I don't know about you.
I don't know. I'm running off Rockstar and Celsius right now, and you can't complain about it, right?
That's true.
I'm trying this new Celsius flavor. It's called Cosmic Vibe. It's like, you know, have you ever like really oversaturated fruit punch? What's it called? Kool-Aid before? Like you have too much cool enough water. Have you ever had that happen where it's like too much flavoring, or it's like really heavy? That is exactly what this tastes like, and I love it. It's so good. Tastes like a fruit roll-up.
Oh yeah, you should have led with that. We all know what a fruit roll-up tastes like.
Well, hey, you know, people like Kool-Aid, and I feel like I feel like that's a easier analogy to make than drink versus food. You know.
That's true. Also, while we're waiting for the match to start, I want to shout out to sponsors. We love sponsors. Yeah, National Guard, as well as Cry, Esports University.
Esports U.
Esports U.
Not a university.
Rather, not university.
Dude, I would go to that college in a heartbeat.
As well as Raising Cane's and Rockstar. Love you, appreciate y'all for supporting us throughout, you know, this journey through overall.
Yeah, and obviously, Army National Guard sponsoring that $750 prize pool that goes to each of the teams that end up winning this tournament, and then Esports U and CECC helping host a sanctioned event that will lead to May Madness.
Yeah, and it looks like as we go into this map 2, AS looking to do the same sort of pistol they had against GCC, getting that Jet, Sova and Harbor really aggressive towards the A side, and GCU ready to take in that aggression as 5 players towards the A site. Jello trying to find some sort of tag. tag, but actually will get tagged up himself. As the cascade falls and the Viper Wall still standing strong. And GCU be just running through, respecting this util. The first kill is coming in. Envy is going to be on the brisk 180 and pick up another, and the jump classic from Volt will be the third kill on. So looking to be in the hands of GCU. Who has to come through. Just 2 players up towards Rafter.
Oh, and you see Volt running away. Lineup layer that we never really got to saw in the AS game, but is going to play their util as much as possible, but instead, Sipe said, I don't need util. You gave me a gun that I can kill people with. I'm just gonna do that instead.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the momentum that CU definitely needs. I mean, both pistols in the last map went towards, and I think that affected as they went through the map, you know, not being able to pick up too much momentum throughout the start of the halves. And ASU this time around looks like they're gonna make some sort of mid play, yeah. And GCU might be able to just hear it and go towards A quite quickly. Slow walk up. This flank could be huge.
It's going to be careful. You still see Nader there with the Econ Destroyer gun, the Outlaw. Here's the bot, gonna get one.
Sees an entire family waiting for him.
Yeah. That was a whole minivan worth of people. But now Volt has an insane read. These players are now forced into a terrible position. Classics up against Blog. And that is never a position you'd like to be in. Sipe gonna cover that off, allow ASU a little bit of space to take this back. But it may just not be enough as the weapon difference is so brutal to the side of GCU.
Yeah, the Vandals
bottle and not quite able to find that flick in time, and being on 1 HP as well. Nothing to do there. But I mean, GCU looking like they just might want to take this A site again. It's been working better than the B site.
Yeah, and it looks like ASU also had the wrong read this time around. Stacking a bit towards B, this drone to come through the Viper, activate thereafter. Harbor wall and Viper, pretty difficult to get the bomb plant down, but no, actually, it's just gonna go down in the Harbor ult as well. Clear the site in dash, and this post plant is gonna come down to those lineups like we were talking about. The flank though, through, and the span won't come through either. It's the decay, but the halfway in the dart, it just gets diffused. ASU finds the ninja defuse.
I don't think it was quite planted in the position that they wanted, not being able to full see the player model of Cass before they're able to defuse the bomb. It was kind of just in a weird little spot where they're able to hide behind that first box and just snooze while the rest of the ASU players just kind of collapse and figure out trying to defend it.
Yeah, and you know, when you were talking about that bomb plant spot, it's like such a micro thing, but you know, Viper mollies early is what caused that to be the case. We're not being able to plant in that default spot and just get the bomb down as soon as they wanted. Instead, the small time that they could plant the bomb first spot overall instead of taking their time, but again, finding that first blood. And GCU is just gonna go off of it, and Envy sees another Bakas back sight. The fine man make it 3 is now gets a little later around. Sipe yet again finds the kill. The cat to come down, going for more even, as now that bomb will get planted. Nader to be the help. In the 2-1. The run up. And now Sipe yet again finding a third on the rounds, like the right spot in every point round.
Always finding the players and never really having to contest in a 1v in an actual gunfight. I mean, that's really how the game gets played, right? If you're losing the gunfight, just play smart.
Oh yeah,
just
don't
shoot back. Just make them not see you.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, obviously. And you know, when we are going into that A site, as I say we, but I just, you know, GCU.
You're more part of it than I am.
I mean, you're not wrong, but unbiased casting. That is the ask. So, but GCU, whenever they talk or go into that A site,
that was just blasphemy.
Going into that A site, you know, being aggressive and just being able to find those picks of the map. You know, ASU kind of expecting a hit towards B the entire time, but obviously it never came at all. And you know, if they are going to keep stacking towards positions like B long and for mid, then they might just get burned as GCU just keep on taking this A space quite aggressively. And as I say that, it looks like it's just going to be sort of an eco stack towards the A site, which could be quite dire.
Well, so that's one thing we haven't really seen a lot of, and it looks like they might actually opt into it this time. There haven't been a whole lot of flanks coming through. It's been a lot of man push on the site. And it looks like Nader's just able to flank this time. Maybe push up through that mission. Early picks rather than... Oh, he is again. Just that five-man put aggressive ask from the side of GCU.
Yeah, just trying to overpower ASU on the site take. Do the Vandals putting in work. Envies to pick up 2. Quite an eco for him, and this eco warrior Dino trying to find some kills, but Nader will be the one to find the final kill and now have wing 1 all the way from his ultimate ability. as well as a couple.
So, you know.
That's
Yeah.
true.
The slow
Bilingual.
moments of Valorant, you just get to talk about what words mean in Spanish and how they correlate to Valorant.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, yeah, is it complete like a complete switch? You just they have
Run.
really entered any space, and a complete fake. But they have to be careful as Jello is there with the operator and is gonna find on. Beats out the other KJ ult, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, and Sipe is going to respond with a kill of his own. That dart not going to pick up either. And Volt and Sipe making it work. Volt with 2 and Sipe with 2. Cod
Spike planted.
is going to have something to say about it as the finds the first.
You've got Viper Mollies, Goku shock darts from Volt. I think they've pretty much got this locked down on the post plant side. But
The round's not over. Anything could happen.
but
I
see,
say that
yeah,
as he
yeah,
picks
you
up
say that as he picks up the operator and
Yeah.
leaves.
Definitely not deal. Attempt, and that eco for ASU definitely not in the state that would be desired. So that's save for the op, and I think GC that the save does come through. Is Nader starting to go on the hunt?
I'm onto it. Could I have big from Nader though if they're able to find that kill.
Yeah, and it's kind of the small things like that for in general. If they could maybe realize just a tad bit sooner that hey, this guy hasn't made any moves towards the site. We haven't heard any noise at all. Maybe he is just going to be saving that better rifle, that operator, just in general. But this time around, not the case. As the hunt goes astray. And a pretty aggressive fight to be had yet again from ASU. Up have to be forced off the angle. And Jello with his op is on site, now holding for backside. Might just try and get some sort of timing. I think GCU kind of knows that this operator has to be here. As the purple has not been activated, but the shot
though.
miss. A couple of nice clears used there for Dino and miss. Spam also almost being.
Sipe is in there, take 2 in a collateral, and Volt and Dino just pushed to find the other 2.
My bro just went top rafter while there's no smoke screen and finds 2 random kills while he's getting shot at from the back and just doesn't get hit.
All I'm saying, in the nicest way possible, I called Sipe bad before this matchup, and he's now 13-3. I think we're solidifying what I mentioned yesterday. When I call Sipe bad at the game, he popped. I mean,
It hurt my brain cells hearing that one. That's for sure.
Jello actually gonna grab Op again Light Shield as they are on the last buy of their econ. And they do not have the read this time as GCU is now opting in to go.
Oh my god!
What an angle from Nader finding that in prison. Holy, and able to find the shots as Envy takes it. And now it is just going to be more or less a freebie site. Oh,
yeah, but this Sova ult
avoids it.
Oh, might have a little bit.
Nader finding Kawhi in mid as well, and now we're just down to a 4v2.
Yeah, and that was while he was using that Hunter's Fury. So all that impact from the ultimate basically. Oh my gosh, this timing is so weird. The wraparound might not. Oh, he actually did, and he knows about this timing. Rio
But he's not going to be able to grab that kill now, as all of these players are now out of the way. Sipe
no.
finds the kill, and now in a 4v1, the ult goes down one, and the util in hand
two,
finds
maybe
three, and now
and
it's
Nate
just
is so
Nader
far
on the
away.
flank.
Might not be able to stop this defuse as it gets halved. Gets tapped for half again, but Drios! Will he have time? Will he win the round? Oh my gosh.
Clock and is able to find all four. My goodness, we're just give him the ones. Give him the ones. And now Yellow has operator back. And, lovey-dovey. It is now Arizona. I mean, they're still really close, right? Just dying. Only Jello is the one not having to buy this round. But GCU still having plenty of econ from those last 4 rounds they won, and still having economy to buy after this. They are looking comfortable into the 10th round.
Yeah, and ASU definitely picking up some momentum from that round. And it looked like GCU just had that on lock. Nader being the hero, finding a first blood as well as the kill onto the Sova through mid while that Hunter's Fury was being activated. And now full on this lurk towards A, seeing what kind of damage she can get done. And oh boy, Envies might find a timing here.
In the decay, so he's going to have to be careful. He finds one before going down, though. That is genuinely best case scenario right there. As in, he's half HP. Oh, and as the wall gets dropped, he's going to push off of the reload.
Sick timing,
but not able to find the shot. Spray comes through, not able to find anything. 10 HP. Has to avoid it. 2 of these GCU players are barely living right now.
Last player standing.
Risk finding a couple, and the jump from the top ropes. Kawhi finds Volt to give them their 4th.
Yeah, and it looks like ASU definitely getting a little more comfortable within this map. That 1v4 definitely gonna be that turning point. Because now comes down to this round yet again. Actually not too much impact other than the round number, of course. That eco for GCU is gonna be on the up and up for the rest of the half. Won't have to worry a bit about that, and it looks like a mid push for GCU, the first that we have seen. It's gonna come through, destroying that Killjoy utility and that Harbor ult. It's gonna stop GCU in their tracks. That concusses in general, being so good. As Volt just trying to find. Oh no, but the whiff. And now Sipe actually does get that trade in through mid, and the bomb plant tapped. Giving a little bit, oh my goodness, with this timing yet again. Might be quite the difference maker. As Jello finds the kill in mid. Now just Dino and Nader. Yeah, and the wraparound.
Perfect moment to find.
One enemy remaining.
Nader off guard. Dino on a great kill though, now in a 1v3. And Brisk is there in the back lines to find the kill. Arizona's brought this one back.
Yeah, definitely from the depths. As GCU had that those 4 rounds in a row, maybe even getting a little too comfortable. That 4v1, showing that ASU has some strength here, and Drios at the top of the leaderboard, 11-9, finding a lot of these high impact frags, just being really impressive on this map, and kind of being the sole reason that they are able to find these rounds, find some high impact overall. As oh my goodness, Kawhi is gonna find the first. Jello with the help as well. And that's gonna be the first time I believe that this A push for ASU works out with a couple of nice found kills. But this timing from Volt, oh boy, not gonna be a timing. It actually, as it now walks over for the rest of GCU.
These last two GCU players trying to find any kills they can. Barely misses that headshot, and that could have been absolutely detrimental. But now in a 5v2 retake, the GCU players have to play this perfectly.
Yeah,
we've seen the pros do it, but
and this push has to be made, but the push won't do much.
And Drios is able to find Nader for the line.
That's going to be 6-6 going into the next half, and man, that just makes this next pistol so much more important for these two teams. The winner of it might just take all of the momentum that has been built up.
I mean, it's Sype and Drios right now. It's just a fight between those two. Who can get those picks faster? And right now, it's looking like ASU has the momentum going into this pistol, but I mean, pistol rounds in and of themselves are momentum stoppers. You know, you're going into a completely different half. It's almost like it's a brand new. It's almost like it's a brand new map when you switch from defense to offense.
Right. You know, that eco not carried over at all. Just only having the 800 credits as well as those ult orbs not carried over. That's why you'll hear the joke of, "Oh, you're saving your gun into the next half." Ha ha ha. And you know.
Well, it's like the old CS:GO thing. You hit G twice, and going into half is like GG as you drop all your weapons.
Yeah.
Valorant is much the same. I mean, it's just gonna be a push from GCU. They, even on defense, they love playing aggressive.
Yeah, and actually, it's like they might have some sort of read on the aggression as Envies does get peeked, seen a little bit. This drone is going to be committed towards B as well. Now Sype seen Kawhi is going to make a lot of noise towards this B side of the map, but it almost feels a little too much like just dry noise, no anything else.
Now it's, yeah, all three of these ASU players are on site, having made no noise at all. The spots finally come through, but it is too late as 4 of the 5 players are on this A site, and now the plant goes down, and it's going to be a 5-5 retake.
Yeah, and as it gets set up, all the players from GCU trying to group up towards CT, just about there, but Brisk finds that first kill, and Volt very tagged up, not going to be able to have too much impact for the rest of this. Envies traded Brisk as well to pick up another kill. 4v2 now, Cost to find another. And now just Sype finds one, finds maybe 2, but no, Cost to find his second in the round. And that's going to be another pistol for ASU, their 3rd of the series. And I believe that has to be the momentum for them as well. That Phantom for Jello will be picked up as well. 5 in a row as well for ASU. And it looks like GCU might be in a bit of a world of trouble. This early wave, this aggression will not cease for GCU despite the lack of superior weaponry. A couple of Phantoms for, oh wow, and a nice shot again from Drios. Just seems like he is locked in for this series, this map.
To be locked in prison for for the dirty kills he's been committing, but Simon has the edge on to Jello.
Nice shot from Sype. It's gonna even things out. And even here, that's gonna be Nate. He's gonna hear so many audio cues here. Here's the juggling guns, and he might have a sick timing himself. There's no Killjoy utility holding this flank. And yeah, he's just gonna start his walk up. Oh, but actually might get caught, and he does. Drios with yet another kill. Brisk on the site picks up Dino, and now the 2v4 is going to have to come through. Envy's not going to pick up the timing that he was looking for. Cost to pick up Sype. Brisk with the last. As the second round of the half goes towards ASU as well. I mean, they've just been quite impressive ever since that 4v1 moment. It just seems like the wind was taken right out of GCU's sail.
Absolutely.
And definitely drifted over into ASU's favor.
It really did just seem like that was the nail in the coffin that Arizona needed to bring this map back to an 8-6 lead. And GCU really just needs to find the kills here. They're on the bye for this round, their first bye of the half, and we will see if it really is a gun diff or if ASU will bring this all the way home.
Yeah, and the dash from Jello. It's that aggression we saw with GCE, or G1, but not the second. The man advantage is going to be evened out again, but not a lot of mollies. Oh my goodness, but a nice spam from Dino to pick up that kill. The bomb plant will not go down. Jello to find the bomb though, even that, as that is the case, and yeah.
Finally shut down by Volt on a late lurk through mid.
As it looks like GCU finding a bit of their footing.
Now, these two ASU players still on this B side. They still want to try and take it. The mollies go out. They've got the info. Nobody on those mollies. And Sight may just have a great read as the bomb needs to get planted here. Volt gets one, and Nader finds the second. And GCU finally finding that round that they need to bring this back.
Yeah, and now just 7-8. Definitely gonna have to strap in for a long map, that's for sure. It's gonna be somewhat of a rinse and repeat of Bind in terms of how many rounds are played.
And with Envy's being the only player to fall there, they are actually going to buy him up and get him back to full weapon. So this is going to be another gunfight from both of these teams. No bonus, a Guardian Trios, but we've seen what he can do with those one-tap weapons. And now they're going to be playing it a little bit slower. The Grand Canyon might just have the read 3 players stacked on this A site as the potential hit on A could come through.
Yeah, and the walk up, just trying to see what kind of out of line shenanigans GCU might be getting up to, but none this time around. Just staying promptly on the site. And there comes the harbor wall. It's just going to be a fast and aggressive for GCU. Going to have to find some sort of...
Doesn't get the stun off, and Volt finds a kill before dying. Finds one onto Jello as well. And now up a player to GCU as the flame comes in. Dino actually finds a second on the Brisk. The overheal comes through. Not able to find that third, but Envy's there for the trade. Trios finds Nate, but Envy's is there once again to get that trade back. And now we are once again at a tie game.
Yeah, and that's just the reliability of Envy's as a player that I'd say, you know, just overall always being in quite the position to throw the util that the team needs, to be able to get the trades that the team needs in general. It's kind of like the workhorse in a sense, you know, playing that support, always having to be in the back and being the guy to do the dirty work as per se. Always gonna be quite the player to keep your eye on.
Always gets the important kills. That's what I always like to say. May not have a lot, but always gets the important ones.
It is definitely true.
But I mean, this A side is clear now as Arizona State is walking up to it. Volt the only one to contest, but Sipe is right there to come back and help if the need be. Waiting for audio cues, but ASU is just slow walking all the way up. They love doing this, giving no noise, because GCU really has no early util to find them out.
Yeah, and as ASU makes their way up, this setup for GCU might just be the one that is needed. And Brisk actually finds Sipe over through CT and the harbor wall to block off any ideas. Trying to get a couple of picks. That Cascade as well, threatening the idea that they could be up through spawn, through screens. As that Hunter's Fury comes through, does not find any kills.
Does discover 3 of them though.
Yeah, as the shock darts come through, the first shock dart to get a kill, Envy's as well. to find one more, and these lineups are going to be difficult to work around. Brisk to find one, Nader to find two though, and that bomb is halved.
Enemy remaining.
But Brisk with some nice shots has to find the kills. And so is their time barely
Barely
2-1.
That is the new record for WCL contesting time.
Yeah. As the defuse comes in, another crazy hero play made by Envies, made by Nader as well.
Like we're saying, getting those important kills. Maybe not doing anything crazy in that round, but when it comes down to it, he's going to hit that bomb to half. He's going to tank that damage, and then he's going to find those two players to get the defuse off with barely any time left. 0.21 is insane.
Quite the result is GCU may be looking to get a little aggressive, but the Cascade are not going to allow for any of that to happen. It's the stack here still towards A, but a bit of a fake as that Killjoy ult is not in the same spot as the bomb, and I think the fight towards B is going to be quite important as this lurk for Envies and Koss. Oh, but Nader here to help as well, and Jello finds Envies before Koss can find a kill or get killed. And that Harbor ult is going to be the activation for the hit, as a lot of Cascade, a lot of youth, a lot of smoke is going to come through. Jello with one, but Volt's on 1 HP. And now this wall about to drop in the fight to ensue. Dino with the kill. Here, oh, and another kill, the third for Grand Canyon, for Dino. As Sipe does fall to Drios, and now we in a similar situation. Bomb over towards the B site. Two more players for Drios to have to take care of, as the first kill comes through in a flash. The fast headshot, but 12 seconds to get the bomb down, and Volt is playing oh so safe. As finally, the bomb has to get planted, and Volt will start to make the walk up the jump spot. Find a little bit. That dart will alert to the position of Drios. So now Volt has to just hit shots, and he does not. Drios to find that 3K, find yet another clutch. A 1v3. Oh my goodness, he seems to be making it so that ASU always comes back around and finds that momentum yet again.
It was literally a toe tickle.
It was.
He hit Volt's toes, killed him.
That's just how it goes when you are 1 HP. Not going to be able to take away. Because now we are going to go into round number 19. It looks like Envy's trying to make a little bit of a play.
Oh, and actually
walking up
completely
against
whiffs.
Jello.
And
What
that
a
is
crazy timing with the Harbor over towards the end of B long, and Envy's gets away scot-free.
And it's such a fumble from Soma there. As the drone misses, doesn't look down right at the edge of that box.
Yeah, just gonna be quite the blunder, and ASU finding quite a way to respond as the slow walk up through two. Bad, but no side. A nice shot. Will not expect the second. And Koss just kind of walked a little bit of a bait onto his teammate, but overall is able to find some more and find a third for his troubles. Is now Envy's has to do a lot over towards B. The Vandal picked up. And a nice Harbor wall again from Brisk. As it doesn't cover up the top, Volt not able to pick up any kills, and now just 1 HP for Envy's. Will not find any more. In Arizona State yet again in quite a pickle. 5v3. Definitely gonna need that timeout for GCU to come through. And I mean, the momentum completely on the CU as we go in through these rounds.
Yeah,
and I
it
mean,
was so close for so long.
yeah, it definitely was. And, you know, just Drios having these outperforming rounds. Honestly, I believe this has to be his best map
For sure.
of the
tournament so far.
WCL.
Even in the the 13-3 sweep against GCC, we were not seeing the performing like this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Drios is definitely stepping up, and now Cass obviously getting a 3K there early on to try and solidify that round.
Yeah, 100%. And now I think this is definitely what ASU needs to try and keep their foot on the gas pedal. Even winning that last round that seemed to be a little bit of a light buy for GCU, the eco in shambles. And, you know, when you have the 10-9 lead going in and you have your opponent in such a unfortunate economy situation, it's going to be quite difficult to try and overall just work out the kinks. But no, the eco actually
a contest against ASU, and ASU able to beat GCU. So I think GCC definitely having an opportunity to maybe take a map or two.
Yeah, and 100%. Just looking to see how those two, those two,
The two GC teams.
GC teams, yeah.
Yeah.
It's GCC and GCU. Just it's gonna be a quite a banger
Absolutely.
for sure.
But I think while we get ready for losers final, let's get these teams settled, and we'll be right back with more Western Cactus League. We're still here. Oh, we are. There we go.